Hey, what's going on, everyone? I want you to take just 1 second to explain my T3s. My T3s are set up in a way, all they are is exponential moving averages. I'm using the 13 with the amplifier golden ratio, which is 0.618. And then I'm using the 8 with the golden ratio amplifier. Fibonacci numbers. The golden ratio is a Fibonacci number as well. So all I'm doing is using these lines as my support and resistance lines. On the way up, it's resistance. And once I break resistance, I have support. So once I break down, then I lose support, and then I come back into resistance. And then I come back into resistance, and as you can tell on NGD, it got downgraded today, pretty much rejected on the way up. Gapped on the open, and gapped and ran, closing below previous lows. So that's about it. That's all they are. They're exponential moving averages. If you can't find Tim Tilson's T3s on your indicator list, just use the EMAs for the 8 and the 13, and the 34, make sure that is an SMA. I use my 34 as my trend, my ultimate trend, so I always want to be above trend in a move. Always want to have support by the 8 on the way up. And the 13, you really don't need it, but it often comes in as a last line of defense where support is concerned, or resistance. So that's why I use those 3, and that's all they are. They're just moving averages. The 8 is important, so is the 34, but then my 13 is just a safety net. So quite literally, you don't need any 3 of those lines. You can just trade candles. But I use them as a visual aid to find out where I am on the chart. But in a combination of candlestick patterns and support or resistance lines breaking, I can see that this is going to be a bullish move. I mean, you have a three bar pattern, morning star, and then it breaks above all 3 averages, and then it takes off. So that's it. I mean, you can use the EMA 8 and 13. Just make sure the SMA is on the 34. And use them as support and resistance lines. But quite literally, don't trade off of the lines. You got to trade off of price action breaking previous highs. So that's why I always say flat top breaks. Even though it's above the 8 and 13 and coming in through the 34, price has not closed above previous highs yet, or moved in past previous highs. So even though I have a bullish move here, this could have got rejected. So I always need to confirm on the upside. But that's basically all I'm doing, is using those lines as support and resistance. Now on TradingView, it's not a normal indicator, so someone has written a code and implanted it into TradingView. And I think you could just press the indicator button and search. So you just go T3. And usually I pick the one that has the most likes. But feel free to try any one of these. Some of them you have to have permission to use them, I think. So that first one works just fine. All it is a moving average. And it's smoothed over like 5 times, offering a better smooth churn, and it offers better signals. So you can see how smooth the averages are compared to Let's see. Let's put a regular EMA on here. Nope, I need more. Looks like I have too many. But you can see for yourself, the regular EMA is jagged. The T3 is just an EMA that's been smoothed over like 5 or 6 times. And then all I've done is added a variable, the golden ratio, because I love how Fibonacci works. Now on this one, the one I'm using is at 0.7, the variable. I'll have to figure out how to change that for myself, but it's close enough. 0.7, 0.618. It's close enough, and you'll find that a lot. It's just a standard number for the deviation. So that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions after that. But basically, I'm trading candlesticks and price movement between the lines. As lines get crossed, they become support. You can see the consolidation over the lines. You can see the resistance on the lines. You can see the back and forth. You can see the price pinch. Bam. But that's it. That's all I'm using them for. Don't make it too complicated. Just use the regular EMAs if you can't find them. And the other thing is I use this volume indicator with a EMA over the top of it. The EMA is like a 2 weeks worth of action. So I look for breakouts, anything above the 13. So you can play with that average if you want, but I like 13 on the volume. And then on my OBV, I like the 20 EMA. But that's about it. Let's see. Let's get this thing go. So here we have the dollar opening up on a Monday. Came into resistance, got rejected pretty good. But we found support at the 8. Where's the 8? The 8 is at previous support line. You got previous lows over here, and you got previous highs over here. So you came all the way, bumped into the next previous resistance line, came all the way back into support. And lo and behold, that's where the 13 and the 8 are. So if you saw this and it closed at support, you can gather it's gaining steam off this bottom, and we'll see if it holds. First of all, second, our resistance line, next resistance line is the 13, and you can see the next resistance line. You got resistance, 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 and it's all correlated with that 13. So again, it's just a visual aid. But it's remarkable how these things work. As it pops, comes back into support. That's pretty nice. I like the way it works. So anyways, the dollar got support today. We'll see what happens. It got rejected by the 13, but coming down into support, I imagine that people are betting that this is going to come back across somehow or another. But we'll see. Look for previous low breaks. Nothing is definite until the candles are confirmed. So we close that support. If we open in the morning, then we don't have support anymore. We're below support. So we'll see what happens. S&P, pretty nasty. Looks like 14 points off today. Looks like it went all the way down into the 34, closed all the way back up where the 8 is, closing at support. So we'll see what happens in the morning, but that is a pretty nasty top heavy. Look at that quick U, or round top right there, quick. Is that a whipsaw? I don't know yet because we closed at support. If we open up, I can say that that is a gap and run on the way down. Looks like it gapped down, came into support, closed all the way back up, making this nasty, nasty reversal bar. That is a hanging man. We'll see what happens tomorrow. That is a beautiful candle. But again, the candle has to confirm. If it confirms on the way up, fills the gap, and then collapses, any number of ways that that thing can be confirmed or denied. It needs to close above previous highs, and it did. So it's at support, even though it closed down 13.8. Reversal bar is in play. We'll see how that confirms tomorrow. Dow Jones, same thing. Not as beautiful on the reversal bar, but just quick. Right into support, close above. There's a previous high. So is that a hammer? Is this thing going to just blast off into the nowhere land? Or is it going to fall over and start, because look how steep that line is. I mean, I'm guessing a whipsaw. But we did close at support. If this thing wants to fall over, confirming the whipsaw, confirming the reversal bar on the way down, could get pretty nasty. That's a pretty steep line. NASDAQ, same thing. Hit support line, came back in. Nice reversal bar hanging man coming in. Closed at resistance. The gaps can be used as support and resistance. So came all the way down, closed the gap, came all the way back in, and closed right below the gap. So it closed at resistance. So we'll see what happens with the NASDAQ as it needs to open up to negate that in the resistance it's at right now. Pretty nasty reversal bar. Let's confirm it on the way down or confirm it on the way up. Gold. Looks like gold came down below the 13 and bounced. Nice little hammer right there off of previous range right here. So let's see what happens, but that might be a bearish retracement back into resistance here as the 8's coming across. Really thought this thing was going to take off. Came all the way back down into support and then broke again. Now it's back into support again. Got rejected by this range. I don't know, is it building or is it going to come down? Looks like the 13's holding on the weekly still. So we still have support on the weekly. Hopefully that'll be a 1-2 punch. Just a 1-2 punch. See what happens. But daily doesn't look good though. That looks like a bearish retracement. We got support down here at the 34. Hopefully I can get back above the 1200 range. See what happens. Nice little hammer. Maybe it did find a bottom. We got resistance on the way up. Keep an eye on it. Silver. Nice daily reversal bar right there. It's at resistance, the 8, not above the 8 yet. But nice 2-bar reversal on silver. Silver is looking pretty good. This thing can come back down, no problem, no big deal. As long as it doesn't confirm or negate that 2-bar pattern coming back out. No, we got. Let me erase my crap. There we go. But you can see the right shoulder coming in. Watch for flat top breaks on silver. Gold. Gold is gonna be a little funny, I think. You can see the range. You can see the pattern. It's in this pattern, so maybe it'll get crunched up in here. Maybe 12 is a huge resistance for it. It's got to get above 12. It's got to get above the 34 on the weekly. We're above the 8. We have support. We found support on the 13. Silver looks a lot better. Like left shoulder, right shoulder came through. I'm looking for a flat top break on silver. See who runs first. Copper. Copper's still struggling. Looks like a top coming in. Looks like a. The more it does this philandering, looks more like a head and shoulders top. See what happens. Bitcoin. Nice little run today. Up almost $9. Let's see. Let's get down to the nitty. It's got to close. Keep closing above that reversal bar. That's a huge reversal bar, and now it's above it. Look for flat top breaks coming in. We got previous highs. It's closing above previous highs over here. Man. The left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Look for a flat top break. Could be dynamic. That looks good. Looks healthy. Crude. Crude does not look healthy as the 8 is crossed over and now the 13 coming across. I got previous lows. I got a double top. It's just slacking. No gusto after that breakout. So it looks like it wants to come back in. It's like for today, it's closing for the week below the 8 for now. Got plenty of support coming in. Looks pretty weak though. See if it gathers its legs first before another try at the top. Looks like the 10-year note's still hanging in there. Looks like a bearish retracement though. Lots of resistance coming in. Caught its support at the 13, now it's at the 8. Looks like it broke, came across, bearish retraced. Let's see what happens. It's pretty slow at whatever it wants to do. I believe we went over this before. Looks like we got support right now for the daily. The weekly looks pretty weak. Keep an eye on it for the rest of the week. Nikkei. Thought the Nikkei was down today. Looks like it's hanging support on daily. I got tri-tips. I got a reversal bar, pumped it. It's at resistance, obviously. Let's see if it'll bust out or come back in. See if this pattern becomes a consolidation or a failure. So far it looks like a consolidation. And a reversal bar. Broke previous highs. Struggling to get above these highs here though. Looks like I got rejected at previous highs. Plenty of support coming back in. It's on a tether. CLF, nothing going on today. Looks like it wants to break through though. You can see the trend line, you can see the pattern break, previous break. So it broke, came back in. That's a bearish retrace. Looks like a continuation coming in on cliffs. That's a daily chart. Let's see where support is. I got support just below 8. Just above 8. In and around 8. Let's see if 8 will hold on the downturn. And that was looking like a high level pennant for a little while, but then it kind of sluggished. Still hitting support. We got previous high support. We got support coming in and around 8 all the way down to 7. You can see that trend line there is down. Then we have a trend line that's up. So price may be in a pinch for a little while on this one. You never know. GDX. Looks like plenty of support from the 8 and 13. It's gathering its legs. See if we can get across that 34 this week. Could be nice. Looks pretty bearish on the daily though. Looks like we have a channel here. Broke above. Came back in. Bearish retrace. Now it looks like on the daily it has this trading action like a falling star. We got a hanging man here. We got a falling star action here. If this would have closed just a little bit further in. So maybe GDX is coming back into support. You got to hold that right shoulder though, because we got a reverse head and shoulders here, left, head, right. So it's got to hold support. We got support down at 22. So plenty of room, plenty of room. I don't want to see that right shoulder break down. That's all. GDX, same thing. Got to hold. Looks like it wants to come back in. Today looked pretty bullish. Did not close that way. Nugget, same thing. You got the left shoulder, right shoulder. The line's got to hold. It's been in this trading pattern for a while. It's coming in through time. It's coming in through the next resistance. So maybe does it need to come down and check its momentum in? I would say a break at 1075 could get you across that balance point. JNUG. JNUG was looking pretty good. Looks like it got rejected by that 8. Looks like these are coming in. I hope the right shoulder holds. It'll probably come down and tap that 34, it looks like. I'm not sure. It's got to break outside the pattern. Anything can happen inside the pattern. Maybe it'll just go in between the pattern for a while. I don't know. But we do have reverse head and shoulders on all these. Those are bullish patterns. Looks like Uranium had a good day on this one. Doesn't trade a lot, so be careful if you're going to go into these. This one as well. This one actually does trade a lot. It's pretty good volume on this. But so far on a weekly closing base, we had that inverted hammer, and then we have this regular hammer forming on the weekly, which on the daily is a double bottom. Double bottom hammer. So there you go. Let's see what happens opening up or opening down. The candle has to confirm. Also, candles are reversal bars are major support and resistance lines. So that's another reason why it has to confirm, because its range is support and resistance, and lo and behold, it's right in between the 8 and 13. Here's another reversal bar. So if this thing's going to crack, make sure you break the reversal bar. And then you got resistance coming in on the lower end. So it looks like resistance at, what was that, 269, and then the breakout, it's not the ultimate breakout, but 0.0339. So that's another reason why you want to confirm the candles. They are resistance and support lines. URA, looks like it came back into support. Looks like it needs to close that gap too. I guess it's alright. Who knows? I guess it did. No, it didn't. See if this will come down and close the gap. It's at support on a daily. URRE, looks like it came in quite a bit. It's got to hold the line. You got previous high just under 175. What put it past them to throw this thing all the way back into the previous break. That's what it did on UBQU. Broke out, made a double, and came all the way back in where it broke out. UEC, looks like it's breaking down. It's broken lines of support. It held previous highs. I got previous lines of support at 140 all the way down to 117. I got the 34 right at 130. So in between this range. But that looks like a pretty good rejection. That was a bullish move, but it got rejected. We had a bearish Harami, came down. I got support at 140. 132. Buying the support. Take a nibble on the way down. You can't catch a knife. Can't catch a falling knife. And then NGD, obviously, got downgraded by Nova Scotia or Scotiabank or whatever it's called. Down 25%, no problem. Careful trading the miners. These are the most volatile equities out there. NAK looks like it can't hold 3. Now we're working a lower high. We got a reversal bar that is now in play again. I guess it's been in play this whole time. It got rejected here. Trying to get over the reversal bar. So look for previous low breaks on the reversal bar. And you got 274 to hold. If it doesn't hold there, it might just fall apart. AG. It's hoping for a good week. These lines got to hold. GFI. Looks like it's closing below support. Now resistance. Doesn't hurt to come back into support on a bullish retracement, no problem. Just wish it'd hurry up and do it so we can keep moving forward. You got a nice hammer on CNAB. Looks like it's opening up for the week. That reversal bar still needs to confirm, but it looks healthy. We got all the averages pointing up. You got a nice hammer. Look for previous high breaks on the hammer. 152 on CNAB, the cannabis. Get you past the trend line there. KGC. No, it looks pretty bearish. Well, anything could happen, but that looks like a head and shoulders top now. We'll see if this comes back in. Hopefully it'll keep going. But you got a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, head and shoulders top. Maybe it wants to come back into support. SBBL. Everything's breaking down. This is typical Monday, I guess. VGC, VGZ, still in the range. Looks like a nice U coming in. I can keep going with the momentum swing. Everything's got to hold that line. IAG, nice high level consolidation. I don't know if it's going to hold though, as everything's churning over, and it broke down, and now we have a bearish retracement. So look for things to come back in to support or fall into the next line of support. I think most of these are the same. And someone said HL. So here you go. Little heckler. Let's go for a longer term first. Looks like Hecla mining after the downturn like everyone else took. This is a high level consolidation. It's been going since everything else broke down. This one did not break down the 34. Whipped right across. So far for the week, we got a double top working. So far the week is bearish. You got a double top here, but you got a double bottom here. You got the low here and then a low here, making a higher low. So you got a higher low, double top, price is in a fix. You got plenty of support coming in, but that double top might take it all the way back down to support lines. And if that happens, it might break down even further. So you got to hold lines of support. Take out that double top. So far for the week, it's closing in, closing down. That's all I got. You got bullish down here, and you got bearish up here. So let's get across one of them to make a decision. Hopefully the 8 will carry up across the 34 and the 13, where price can come down into some major support. But everything else broke down. So this one's gone sideways. So that's good. It's a high level consolidation. So maybe it's just gearing up for another run. Look for previous high breaks. USLV, someone's way in deep on this one, I guess. And you got the left shoulder and the right shoulder coming in. You got support at the 13, which came in last week. And on a daily, just break those previous highs. That's all you got to do. But so far it's been rejected once, twice, 3 times. Even these rejections, 4, 5, 6 times. So watch for previous high breaks. Silver is looking good. Let's look at that one more time. Silver's holding. That looks like USLV. Look for previous high breaks on silver. Silver might be the runner this week. Gold is having, I mean, it's okay, but nothing like silver. That's a pretty much V bottom, double top. It's got to gather its legs. It's in a needs some work. Where silver is ready. Its last few days of trading, you put it in a reversal bar here, pretty bullish, in fact. So all you got to do is break previous highs, complete the pattern. But that's all I got, guys. I appreciate all the donations, by the way. And if you want to donate, buy me a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee is not that expensive. And you can find my PayPal button right at the top of my my channel. And if you donated, I appreciate you. That's like the best compliment ever. And it makes my day. So I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you like the videos. So hopefully I'm making you some money too, or saving you some money. And I'll talk to you soon. See ya.